Hey everyone, welcome to the second video of this funding training. This video is mainly going to be about what to do after you've been approved for MSG funding.
And hello once again, I am Reed Husky.
And I'm Yasmin Abdullah.
And let's get into the following spending options. So once you actually are approved for funds and allocated them, you have one of 6 ways, or really 6 ways of spending those funds. So we have the Click and Pool, Amazon Business, P Card, and personal funds reimbursement, contracted services, and invoice services. Now, once you are actually accepted and allocated these funds, there are forms on Get Involved MU that you'll have to fill out, and you should do so within 48 hours just to keep the process moving along smoothly. That will give you access to things like Click and Pool, the Amazon Business account, and the P Card. So if you do that, you'll be able to, if you fill out those forms rather, you'll be able to access those ways of spending and get to spending the monies we allocated to you. All of these methods, the Click and Pool, Amazon Business, and the P Card, will not need any reimbursement when you fill out the receipting. Only the personal reimbursement, or only when you use your personal funds will you need reimbursement for them.
All right, and then so this next part is going to talk about reconciling funds after they have been spent. So while you're spending everything, the most important part is to keep track of all receipts because you're going to need to send that to us so we can either reimburse you or get the vendor paid or whatever the case may be. So if you want to go through, you can pause on this video, take a look at how to reconcile each specific type of spending method, and that's also going to be in the funding policy. So take a look at that so that you know how to properly save the receipts and what you'll have to do to actually have that reconciled with us.
Yes, and now we will go through and actually fill out a receipt or submit a receipt or invoice for payment or reimbursement. And we'll go through this form on Get Involved MU with you guys that we filled out ahead of time. And we will just walk you through each individual field, and hopefully it'll help you guys out when you submit your own allocations. So for the name of the event, we've just done, again, Bingo and Brew, date, attendance as usual, and then all of your receipts that you've accumulated for this event. So any receipts, invoices, W-9s, things like that, you'd upload below.
And then on this next page, this is specifically reimbursement. So you're going to want to put the name of the person who's being reimbursed, their ID, email, phone number, and again, the name of event and the amount to be reimbursed. And again, just a reminder, we will not reimburse anything above $200. So make sure to keep that in mind when you're spending. And then I'll ask you some more questions about how to actually receive the money. Like, did you get direct deposit? Are you signed up for that? And then you'll just want to upload the receipt for what you actually need to be reimbursed for. So this page is mainly for if you actually need to be reimbursed. And then the second section down there is if multiple people need to be reimbursed. So in our case, we're just going to say no, and we're just going to go ahead to the next page.
Yes, and lastly, this is any money transfer that needs to happen from 11 or 12 accounts. So make sure you get with your advisor and make sure the funds have been transferred. And since we are receiving, or we've been allocated $1,300, we want to transfer that money, and then this would be your account number you would use. And then once again, the receipted funds, the total amount should come out from all of these receipts. And you should be good. Remember, it's pretty important to read through all of this. So I'm skipping over these big blue blurbs, but they have a lot of really useful information and pertinent information that'll help us and help you fill out the form.
And then this is just going to be a closing off page. And just a reminder, every example that we went in this video, so we chose to show you guys reimbursements and org transfers. But if you didn't use those, you'd be prompted other questions. And then we're just gonna go through this page and you'll be asked to review all the information, make sure you put everything in right, and then you should be set to submit that form.
Yes, and we'll submit it right here. In any event, you can always print this submission out just so you have that for yourself. And among all of my other submission forms, we can see this one for the fall MSG allocation submission form. The status is pending right here. The status date has not been updated, and the date complete was today at 4:01 p.m. And lastly, if we'll go back over to the slide, we just wanted to remind you guys that the allocation deadline, they're hard deadlines. So please, 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 please try to get your receipting and that form filled out before these dates, because there's little to no wiggle room for you. So those dates, the fall allocation deadline will close no later than November 19th, and the spring allocation deadline is no later than April 22nd.
Yeah. So presidents and treasurers, please make sure to put these in your calendars just to remind yourself when that time comes. And we'll also be sending out emails through the treasurer or MSG financial affairs email to remind you guys about these dates as they get closer as well.
Yes, flyers, advertisements, the whole 9 yards. Other than that, I really hope this video helped you guys fill out and receipt your funds, or at least explain what to do with your funds once you have them. Other than that, I think any questions you have, please remember to use that MSG Treasury email or contact us personally.
And this slide will be put into the Canvas course. So feel free to look back at it anytime you need. And that is all. Thank you guys for watching these.
Thanks, guys.